there's this thing that people always say, which is that, like, I think it's the wrong approach, which is that theater acting is bigger and film acting is smaller. I think that's a complete wrong approach. I think when you're doing a film and when you're film acting, it's not necessarily smaller. In fact, it's I always look at it as more personal.
Mhm.
You're very close and so it's intimate, and that means that everything you do has more weight. So it's almost like shifting from one to the other. Theater acting to me is it's the same thing, but you're performing for so many people,
Mhm.
whereas the film acting is just you and the camera or you and your scene partner. Um, and I think the thing that was hardest for me in shifting from theater to film was the non-immediate feedback from an audience.
Oh,
That was
interesting.
the hardest thing. It was
Yeah.
you have no clue if these jokes are landing. You don't know, if the director likes it until they call cut. So you're more on your own.
Mhm.
Whereas in theater, you get an immediate response, whether it's laughter, whether it's a gasp, that kind of thing. You know how you're doing. And in film, you don't. You don't know how you're doing until it's cut is called and you get the feedback. For me, I would say film acting is more intimidating because you're more out there on your own.
Mhm.
Whereas I always felt like the audience was there to support you in theater. And so it was much less nerve-wracking for me to perform in theater.
Whoa, okay, I'm so glad I asked because I actually thought the opposite would be true.
No, I mean, like, as a performer, like, I'm someone who loves an audience.
Mhm.
So having them feels like support. It doesn't feel intimidating.